Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and all the guests present here. A warm welcome to meeting number 52 of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I am Maanvi Kumar, your sergeant at arms for the meeting today. I'm sure you all are as excited as I am for this exclusive meeting. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. I would like to start by officially stating the mission of Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Before we officially start, I also have few things to highlight. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Your audio should only be on when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restriction on speaking on these topics, we at Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club request all the speakers, role takers, and guests to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. I also urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion both in letter and in spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist and racist or any such undertone that creates hostility and discomfort among the members or the guests. Now I would like to call upon stage the presiding officer for today's meeting. Our presiding officer today is Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, the president of Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club. He has played several leadership roles in Toastmasters and beyond. Within Toastmasters, he has been a president, distinguished division director, a distinguished area director, and beyond Toastmasters, he has held several leadership positions at director level and above with MNCs and startups. Currently, Saurabh is invested in building his own edutech startup, Practech. Can we give a huge round of applause for distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh? DTM Saurabh, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining the meeting today. So let me first formally announce the meeting as open, and I hereby call the meeting to order. We do have a couple of guests with us today, but none of them are first-timers in our Gabby's meeting, so I will probably not take a detailed introduction from them because they will anyways be introduced by our role takers, except Shashank. Shashank, would you want to quickly introduce yourself? A quick 30 seconds, though most of us know you, but for the benefit of the others.
Hi, DTM Sourav. Thanks for inviting me. So it's a privilege here. So I'm Shashank, a member of Bangalore Toastmasters Club, the immediate past president there. And I used to attend a lot of Gabby's meetings online, but for the last couple of months, I was stuck with some medical emergencies and other work, so I could not attend the meetings. But I'm back. I look forward to attending more meetings now. Thank you, DTM Sourav.
Back to the Gabby's meetings. We actually missed you, and thank you for being there. Okay. Now we have one guest speaker who is going to be introduced by the Toastmaster of the day. So I will not steal the thunder. Thank you, Jasvitha, for joining our meeting as a speaker. I have now the pleasure of making some announcements on behalf of the Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club. We have the pleasure of welcoming not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 new members today. And I will be welcoming all of them one by one, so you'll have to bear with me. So the new members who are joining us today, the first one is there in the meeting itself, which is Toastmaster Srihari Acharya. Toastmaster Srihari, very quickly, 30 seconds, can you introduce yourself? Since you're there in the meeting, I don't want to do it on your behalf.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Srihari Acharya. I work for a manufacturing and a robotics startup here based in Bangalore. I was looking for any nearby public speaking organizations, and hence I founded Toastmasters, and I'm very privileged to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Srihari, and the pleasure is all ours. Moving on, the next member I would like to welcome today is to Dr. Isha Roy. Dr. Isha Roy is a doctor. She is into the field of internal medicine. And with Dr. Isha joining our club, we have now 3 doctors at the Gabbys. So we have an oncologist, we have a radiologist, and now we have a specialist in internal medicine. I would love to see more doctors joining our club, and I know that a few of us are working towards that to make that happen. So please make that happen, so that for any second opinion, we know only where to go to the Gabbys, right? So that's how we will take things forward. Joining us, another member who's joined us is Toastmaster Neha Bansal. Toastmaster Neha Bansal is a soft skills trainer and an image consultant. At one point of time, we had out of the 23 members of the Gabbys who chartered the club, 22 of them were soft skills trainer and image consultants, and or either both or one of that. And from there, we had come a long way where a lot of other people from different professions have joined. It's always good to see a fellow soft skills trainer and image consultant join our club. So welcome, Toastmaster Neha Bansal, though she is not here right now in the meeting. The next person I would love to welcome is Toastmaster Praveen M. He's a SAP consultant, SAP consultant, working with Tata Consultancy Services, a hardcore techie. Praveen joins our in-person meetings a lot, and he joined our club last Saturday right after the meeting of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. So Praveen, again, welcome you in your absentia. Moving on, the next person I would like to welcome is Toastmaster Dilip Joshi. Toastmaster Dilip Joshi is a corporate lawyer, and he is working in one of the companies where we conduct our hybrid meetings. So we know that through Toastmaster Dilip, we will have more people joining us from the same building where we hold our meeting, which is 91 Springboard in Indiranagar. That's where we conduct our hybrid meetings. So Dilip is a corporate lawyer, and I don't think apart from Dilip, we have any more lawyers right now. So he is one of the first lawyers to join the club. We had lawyers before, but they did not renew. In this new set of members, Dilip is the first lawyer that we have. So welcome, Dilip, to the Gabbys family. And finally, last but certainly not the least, Toastmaster Sagar Duggal. Toastmaster Sagar Duggal has a very interesting profession. He's someone who has an application for whatever we are learning at Toastmaster every day because he's a professional MC. So it is really, really encouraging to see people who have taken up public speaking as their career are also choosing Toastmasters and the Gabbys as a platform to be better in what they're already good at. So a warm welcome to Toastmaster Sagar Duggal for joining the Gabbys family. So can we have a big round of applause for all the new members who joined our Gabbys family and all the members who have made it possible for them, which includes our VP memberships, definitely Toastmaster Meeta Shah, Toastmaster Dhwani Adesara, and Toastmaster Smriti Mohanty. But more than that, I would say it is all of you who contribute to our members getting added, because unless we are doing the meetings of top-notch quality, we would never have meeting members joining us in bunches and droves that we have. The other announcement is that with this new additions, we now have all the 3 Gabbys clubs, the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, and the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club qualify for Beat the Clock Global Membership Building Award, which is one of the 3 coveted awards given out every year by Toastmasters International. And this award is given to clubs which add 5 new or reinstated members within a particular time frame, which in this case is 1st of May to 30th of June. We have been able to achieve this for 3 of the clubs, which essentially means that in the last 1.5 months, we have added more than 15 members to the club. So thank you again, all of you, for making this possible. This is something which you should be proud of. And we would be proud of, and we would be celebrating this at the Gabbys Day happening on this Saturday, 22nd of June at 91 Springboard. So with this, I would now want to hand over the stage to someone who I consider to be the driving force of the Gabbys Day that I just mentioned about. He's the man who's driving this entire event. He is doing all the heavy lifting, running around, getting role takers. and that is our Toastmaster of the day for today, Toastmaster Punith. But that's not the only claim to fame that Punith has. Punith is a very veteran Toastmaster. He is a past officer of one of the iconic Toastmaster Club of Division B, District 92, a club where I learned a lot from, a lot of us learned a lot from about Toastmasters, which is Toastmasters Indiranagar Pride. So please welcome our Toastmaster of the day for today, Toastmaster Punith CK. Over to you, Punith, to take the meeting forward.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmasters Sourav, Dutta, for the warm welcome. Let me start with the theme. Let me tell you a story. A girl who was academically performing well when she is at the first standard. As she grown up, the second standard, third standard, she was getting grade at first standard. She was getting B, C, and she was lagging in her academic. And once she reached 10th, she was taken to the counseling. Then, after all the sad conversations, she was silent. At one point, she said, I was better at one thing. And counselor shocked. What was that? I was better at taking notes. Then then they solved the mystery. She assumed that good at better good at good and better at taking a notes is a academic success, and she was thinking about that the more sentences, verbatim, traditional need, those are the ways to get a good grade in convent. Then he bring in a new methods like mind mapping, the new methods of learning things. Then it's a reverse trend. When I heard this story stuck with me for days, because this is not a story of a single girl. It's a story of a. There is no much difference between that girl and a many people. And I remember when I was at 10th, 11th, and 12th, I used to get a good marks in mathematics. It doesn't mean that I was good at maths, but the only thing is I was very bad at memory, and I was not rather than memory, rather than bad, I could say I was lazy at memorizing things. Hence, I consider mathematics where you just need to remember formula and just you solve the problem. That's how I got a love into mathematics subject. And I, without doing the proper analysis, I came to the conclusion that I am very bad at memory. I had a very bad memory. Then after that, this led me to do as a research and do the Google research, then Google search, doing research on my own, taking the courses. After that, I figured out how the memory works and how the memorizing works. Then today I'm going to share the what I learned in my journey with you, so that it helps to the break the convention, be better at memorizing. I'm going to share you the myths, the right mindset, the memorization key aspects, and the memory technique. The first in the first now I will cover the memorizing myths. The philosopher, Indian philosopher Osho Rajneesh says the belief is a dirty word because it covers ignorance. My question is what the word that he uses for myths. Let's unravel the myths related to the memory. The first one is I have a bad memory. After doing the Google search or observing my experience, I got to know there are two types of memory. One is trained memory, another one is untrained memory. While giving the speech, you have seen people forgetting the speeches. It doesn't mean that they have bad memory. It means the lack of proper preparations or lack of preparations. The second one is fail to recall something is a bad memory. The people who I thought I have a good memory or the memory champions many times admitted that they also forget, and this is a common thing. There are two more the myths I partially agree. The first one is, if you want to remember, you need to revisit multiple times. But in my experience, if we know the technique, then we no need to go over the thing multiple times. For example, if I'm using, sometimes I use journey method, and it is the retrieval is easier, and I can remember it faster. Then the next one is, the process of memorization is complex and takes a lot of time. It obviously it is not, because if we in the memory we will use a visualization technique, and it takes a less time to do that. I will come to all these techniques and the skills the later point in time. Now back to the meetings. As you all know, for the guest who came here for the first time, I will show you how the typical Toastmaster club meetings look like. We will have three sections. The first section is prepared speech sections, where members prepare these speeches based on the projects and Toastmaster pathway curriculum. And today we have two prepared speeches, and veteran speakers. We will get to know lot about. We will have a lot of learning from them. The second one is a table topic session. This session is to improve our impromptu speaking skills, and along with that, it also gives an opportunity to the guests to participate. The third one is evaluation session. This is the session where we where we get the feedback. Feedback is important to avoid regression. Toastmaster International helps members to achieve professional and personal growth, and feedback plays a significant role here. Let's know more about evaluation. Now it is time to call our two general evaluators for today's meeting. General evaluators for today's meeting is a soft skills trainer with 30 plus years of experience in shaping young minds. From being a teacher to principal, she loves to read and travel. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmasters Samita Kar onto the screen. Over to you, Toastmaster Samita.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. As a general evaluator, the purpose is to evaluate everything, right from how the meeting is going on, what has happened good, and what we need to improve on. I will evaluate every participant in the meeting. But this is a huge work, and I can't do it alone. So I have with me a team who will help me in this process. This is called as a TAGL team. First, we have the time. Time is very important. And Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde is the timer today. Now, Shrilakshmi is a certified image consultant and soft skill trainer by profession. Her interest in public speaking and leadership skills made her join Toastmasters. She is a triple crown winner and double crown breaker. She is the founder of Imaginatic Image Consulting Services. Toastmaster Shrilakshmi, please explain your role.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Samita, for a lovely introduction. As a timer, I will make note of all the timings of the speakers, evaluators, and the table topic speakers. For speaker 1, Chitrakshi, time limit is 3 to 5 minutes, speaker 1. And for speaker 2, Jasvitha, it's 5 to 7 minutes. Chitrakshi's time limit is 3 to 5 minutes, right? It's mentioned there in agenda.
5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, in the agenda it's mentioned 3 to 5, sorry. So, okay, and for evaluator, time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show the green slide, 2 minutes 30-second yellow slide, and at 3 minutes red slide. And evaluator can take maximum 3 minutes 30 seconds. And speakers also can take maximum 7 minutes 30 seconds. 5 minutes, I will show, just a second. Just a second. 5 minutes, I will show the green slide for speaker, 6 minutes yellow, and 7 minutes red slide, and speaker can take maximum 30 seconds, 37 minutes, 30 seconds. If they speak more than for 7 minutes, 30 seconds, they will be disqualified. And for evaluators also, time limit is 2 minutes. I will show the green slide, 2 minutes, 30 seconds yellow. And at 3 minutes, I will show the red slide, and evaluator also can take maximum 30 seconds, that is 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Now coming to table topic speakers, their time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute I will show the green slide, 1 minute 30 seconds yellow, and at 2 minutes I'll show the red slide. And table topic speaker also can speak for maximum 2 minutes 3 seconds, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Sorry, if they speak more than 2 minutes 30 seconds, they will be disqualified. Go to you. Hope everyone are clear with the timings.
Thank you. Thank you for explaining your role so clearly. Next, we have the R counter. Our counter is Toastmaster Micheal Joshuva. He has pursued his bachelor's in electronic and communication engineering and then graduated in 2011. He earned his master's in information security and computer forensic from Chennai in 2015. With over 9 years of experience, he currently holds a role of supervising associate in cybersecurity at Ernst & Young, based in Bangalore. Toastmaster Micheal Joshuva, please explain your role as an R counter.
Thank you, General Evaluator Samita Kar. Hello, everyone. My name is Micheal Joshua. I am the R counter for today's meeting. The role of the R counter is to help us all become more aware of the use of filler words and sounds during our speeches. This report would focus on 5 major areas: filler words such as inappropriate interjections for instances, and well, but, so, you know, the use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. Repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, or this means, and unintentional long or short pauses made by the speakers. By noting this, we can work to minimize their use and improve our speaking fluency and confidence. Throughout the meeting, I'll be keeping track of these fillers and will provide a report at the end. This is not to criticize, but to support each other in becoming better communicators. Thank you and look forward for a fantastic meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator Samita Kar.
Thank you. Thank you so much for clearly explaining what you are looking for in the meeting and what will you present when called upon. Next, we have a grammarian. Now, our grammarian, Toastmaster Mohan, originally from Andhra Pradesh, raised in Hyderabad, now based in Bangalore. He holds a bachelor's degree in business management, 2 years of experience in digital marketing, and now working at Amazon as a senior marketing executive for the last 4 years. In the free time, he says he enjoys traveling, watching movies, and attending webinars on business and marketing. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohan. Please explain your role as a grammarian.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the brief introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close to attention to all the speakers, listen carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any misuse of English language, as well as outstanding words, quotes, saying, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility, duty to introduce the word of the day. For the today's meeting, the word is retrospection, which means recalling the past action of looking back on the past. As an example of the word usage is, in retrospection, I probably never should have made so much fun of my little sister or brother. In retrospective, I should have worked hard in academics. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give you word of the day report and grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. We can also use retrospection, retrospective. I will share that word in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Mohan. Next, we have a very important role, the active listener's role. And that is today Toastmaster Jitender. Toastmaster Jitender is a travel enthusiast interested in different cultures and values, proficient horse rider who believes in the circle of influence, always focusing on things that he can control. He's passionate about running, and it's like meditation for him. Over to you, Toastmaster Jitender.
Thank you, General Evaluator Samita ji. Before I explain my role, I want to share a small story about me because today's theme is memory, and I suffered a memory fake in 4 years back. So I parked my car on second floor, and I was searching on third floor. And then I went to the security guard and complained my car is missing. I went to police station, and later I got a call from my colleague that it's on second floor. Afterwards, I immediately looked for different ways to improve. And then one of the book which I read and I want to share with all of you is Moonwalking with Einstein. So that is the book written by Joshua. So who is a normal person like us? Then he ended up winning the memory competition. So that is one small incident I wanted to share. So today my role as a listener is to pay close attention to the information shared by any of the speaker and ask questions at the near end of the meeting. And as we know that active listening is as important as speaking. So just listen, don't hear. Pay attention to the details, what every individual is sharing over here. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Jitender. I will be observing the meeting and I will give my report when called upon by the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita and TAGL team for sharing what we expect from the evaluation session. Now it is time to dive into the first section of today's meeting, that is prepared speech section. The two speeches are waiting. Now it is time to call our first speaker. The first speaker is attending Level 5 Project 2 HPL Speech 2 from Pathway Innovative Planning. And the speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. And the evaluator this speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Raja Balaji. Before calling the speaker, I request Toastmaster Balaji, can you please confirm your presence?
Toastmaster Punith, I am the second evaluator.
Okay.
Actually, I am the evaluator and I'm here.
Sadil. Okay, Toastmaster
Yes.
Sadil. Okay. Thank you. Now it is time to call our first speaker. The first speaker is a triple path breaker and VP peer of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. She has empowered over 6,000 individuals to secure promotions, ace interviews, and excel in their visual and vocal communication. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij. I need help. I need help. Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij, over to you.
Such simple words. I need help. But those simple words that take the most effort, yet are the most gratifying. It started with the HPL project. Today I'm giving the second speech. As part of the first speech, I was supposed to curate a plan, present the plan in front of everyone, and form a team. Since I'm doing this after a very long time, the only difference here would be the HPL second part, where I'm supposed to say how it all went, happened almost 6 months ago. Now, this project that I was doing is high performance leadership, in which I was talking about how I had executed a speechcraft program. The previous speech was about the plan that I had done and what I was supposed to do. Every one of us has gone through a time where at the end of it, we all wondered whether we want help, whether we need help, whether anyone else would have solutions to this problem. But at the end, we all had one common question. Do plans really work? And this question is out for all of you. How many times have you made a plan and stuck to it, and the results were just as you expected them? Flawless, smoothless, no tension in the world, no stress about how the plan's going to be. Well, to answer it for all of you, because the answer is common, plans never go as planned. But that does not negate the fact that the plans that you made definitely helped you think of solutions instead of running into a panic mode. Now, because I had to form a committee, I had to form a team who could back me up. I had to, because of the project, had to make a plan. When the plan started happening, I was clueless about what to do. I started with the flow. Within the first week, it overwhelmed me. I didn't know what to do because back when I was a speech crafter, every single week, there were people attending the meetings, there were Toastmasters, there were guests attending the meeting from other clubs. There were people who knew what they were doing, and every single on time. That was a given, right? That was supposed to happen because as a speech crafter, that did happen. As a leader, you realize that did not happen. Someone had it was important to form a team. Week 1 went better than I had expected, but not good as good as I had expected because it was the peak hours of Friday 6 to 8 when nobody was available to take up roles, except some who were not in the same time zone and others who were attending college. So getting them all together, begging them for help, and them accepting, we had role takers. It wasn't a problem. But 3 weeks later was Diwali. And before Diwali, everyone wants their time off because offices are off, everyone's in a festive mood, and nobody wants to attend a Toastmasters meeting as a role taker for a speechcraft program when they're already attending every other Toastmaster meeting of the Gabbys. Okay, this was the moment when I went to the team that I had formed, the team of leaders who could help me during such time. First problem presented. And this was about to be the third week. So the solution that I got was simple. Now that the speech crafters know what they're supposed to do, they understand the agenda, and they know where to go and take the meeting. Why don't you let them pick up the roles and be role takers themselves instead of looking around everywhere? All right, that makes sense. It was a problem because now the role, it wasn't a problem anymore. Now everyone who was part of the speechcraft program was so excited to take up those roles because they'd never done something before. This was something they had never experienced in their lives. And now they did not just come there for speeches and to learn, but also to take up roles like other Toastmasters do. Oh my God, problem solved. But we need evaluators as well. And two kinds. And for 6 people. What do we do now? Well, thankfully, Toastmasters solved this problem for us because part of the 8-week program, there was a place where we did a lot of understanding and learning about evaluations. So thanks to Toastmasters, that problem was solved. Then came the next problem. After Diwali, nobody was available to attend meetings. Well, this time, instead of the team, I went to my speech crafters and all of them were happy to postpone or advance one session for the next time so that they could be better prepared as well. So many problems, everything went well, yet the biggest lesson that I learned as a leader there was just going to people and asking for help. Whether I needed it or not, whether they could help me or not. Maybe they just gave me an idea that I already knew but could not think of in that moment. No matter what the situation, there is a reason these things are done in a team. There's a reason a leader needs his team. Not just to execute, but also to support and motivate the person who's their leader. With that, I realized the importance and the relevance of the 3 words. I need help. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Big round of applause for Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij. And what a speech about the asking for the help. And I was a VP education. I can completely relate to this. And one point in time, I used to take multiple roles. I reached a stage I couldn't do it anymore, and I had to ask for the help. And that time, I understanding and the bringing a motivation to the people, bringing a motivation is very important. And Thank you for your speech, and I think we all got to know the importance of asking for the help. And I think be a leader, we have to reach a stage, we have to uh, collaborate and take an help from the team members. Thank you. And with that, let us move on to the next speaker. Before calling the next speaker, let me read out the project objectives. The next speaker attempting the project from project level 5, project 2, leading in your volunteer organization from pathway presentation mastery pathway. This speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Raja Balaji, and I request Toastmaster Raja Balaji, can you please confirm your presence?
Yes, I'm there.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Raja Balaji. Now it is time to call our next speaker. She is a third year undergraduate engineering student. Just a second. Okay. Okay, she is a third year undergraduate engineering student. She has been a Toastmaster for the past 2 years now, and her hobbies, other than loving the stage, include art, movies, and tech. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Jasvitha. Bold from the speech title, bold from the type blue, bolt from the blue. Toastmaster Jasvitha, over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. And
okay, can I start?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, audience. And I already know, and I expect that at one point of time, all of us just think about our past, right? It can be at the most bizarre of times that we just look into our past and just overthink about it. And that was one situation when I started thinking about how I was as an 8-year-old kid. When I was 8-year-old kid, I had a beautiful bicycle. I used to take it to the park and with my beautiful pink bottle. And one day I put my bottle in the bicycle and it started dripping all across the road. And what does a normal 8-year-old do? Refill the bottle, right? But no, you know what Jasvitha does? She started crying. I ran to my mother and I started crying about how I have spoiled the whole way with a bottle of water. And it's bizarre. My mom said it's bizarre. And she said it's over and it's sensitive. It's oversensitive to think about things like that. And these kinds of situations happened a lot, making me a oversensitive child. And many people told me how my life is going to be hard in the future. And I was thinking about all this, and my retrospection ended when my club leadership committee head has asked me, Toastmaster Jasvitha, are you willing to take the role of president? And yes, I was elected the president of Toastmasters Amrita Bangalore. Now, all of your audience might be thinking that what happened in the span of 10 years that a person who was oversensitive has become a president of a Toastmasters club. If you're thinking that some kind of miracle has happened, I have to tell you, no, it hasn't. Nothing has changed much. I have remained that sensitive person. I have remained that childish person. But somehow I was elected the president of Toastmasters Club. If I have to tell about a fact about college clubs is that people don't stay long in a college club. The lifespan is 2 to 3 years and they just move on. And when I was contesting for the election, I was the only person from my previous excom and I had an easy ticket in. But since I got the easy ticket in, my life has not been that damn easier. And when I was on that particular stage, I was reminiscing the fact that will I be able to do it? Will I be able to work on it? Now, people said that you have been the vice president public relations, you have managed the club, you have done damn good PR, you got the promote award of District 92, and this being a president is just one step forward and you will be able to manage it. But little did they know that being a president is a completely different cup of tea. Being a president, you should manage 6 different excom officers, not just make a few posters and a few captions. Being a president, you should talk to whole college management, plan the meetings, tell the excom officers what they're supposed to do, and a lot of other things, which just messed up my mind. That will I be able to do this? Will I be able to fight my social awkwardness and move into another circle of, like, move out of the comfort circle of my life? All these things were going on. And yes, I said yes to my club leadership committee head, but I didn't know what to do. 1 month later, we started with the training session. And training session, I'm academically good, and theoretically, everything went into my mind. But was I able to do it practically? It is going to be said now. The first thing that we conducted as our XCOM is the open house. Now, open house is a very big event for any club. The open house is the place where we get a lot of members. As a college club, the open house is the place where we aim to attract a lot of first years. And in August of 2023, we were aiming for the biggest open house ever for a student number of 900. We planned everything. We found the speaker. We took all the permissions. We took everything. But at the last moment, the speaker dropped. And at the last moment, college said that Toastmasters is not a college club and we will not be able to provide you with any slots. Now, as a person who has just into their XCOM, this might be a very big setback. Then I just realized I'm not just one person leading the club. I am a part of 35 other members. I'm a part of 6 other XCOM members, and we together as a team will be able to navigate any other further situations. So we all sat together, and as a leader, I made sure I heard to every other possibility that we could do at that point of time. We approached our college mentor. We have literally begged for one more session, and we found the best speaker that we could at that point of time. Toastmaster Vanitha Rangarajan has gracefully agreed to come to our Toastmasters meeting, and at that open house, the first gavel that we have hit, it was to the satisfaction that open house is finally happening. And the last gavel that we have hit at the end of the meeting is that we have achieved something incredible. We, as a part of 7-member XCOM group, who were all second years and first years, who were just 6 and 7 months into Toastmasters, have made a session possible for 300 first years, and we have done it. And after the open house, it's a great success. But after that, things have not been easier. There were a lot of setbacks. There were a lot of things with college management. I have come out of my social awkwardness. We as a team went and talked to our principal. And at the end, things have been better. It's a long journey, a tedious journey. But all I have learned is that being a leader, it's not just being as one entity, but being a part of a large group and being that one person who inspires others, who makes others' dreams, and who also makes others respect the club and also makes things possible for everyone. And as a leader, I have able to come out of my comfort zone, out of my insecurities, and now I'm able to talk to a large member of group. So this is all I've learned being a part of Toastmasters. And after 1 year of being in XCOM, I'm now able to lead a large amount of group as well. So this is what I've learned from my leadership journey. And I think every one of you should experience this as well. Back to the TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durga. Let us give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Durga. I completely relate to that. Even I was also in an XCOM the last year. Actually, tough times create smart people. Smart people will create a progress. And this is this resembles the how Toastmaster helps people to learn the leadership skill by doing it. And thank you for the speech. And with this, now we can back to the theme for today's meeting. Before talking about the theme, let us take a quick 5-minute break and we will back at 8:15, 8:19. Hello all. I think we are all back. Now, before talking about the theme, let me talk about very important thing. That is Gabby's Day. This is the day where we will not have any speeches, no evaluations. The Gabbys, the family of 3 thriving clubs, is celebrate on this day. Those who are not registered, I put the registration link in the chat. Go ahead and register, and let's celebrate the Gabbys Day on Saturday. Now back to the theme. I would like to ask a question to you all. Have you ever felt you had a bad memory that made you to work on that made you to think I have to work on this? Can anybody share your thoughts? Can you share your uh, thoughts around it? Okay, Jitendra sir, go ahead.
Yeah, I think this is also another interesting incident happened. I reached to office, and then I realized that I forgot my laptop at home. Luckily, we have work from home, so I didn't waste my entire day. But then I realized that, these are the small things where you pay attention. Sometimes you are overoccupied with a lot of noise around you that you forget on the most important task, which was my laptop. So ultimately, I started, being more mindful, using less gadgets, and being present in a moment. All those things helped me in again, focusing on my task and at least, remembering things.
That's an interesting story. Being minimalist so that we need to remember less. Any other story? Anybody would like to share a story of their bad memory that made you to think I have to do something on this one? Okay, Toastmaster Michael, go ahead.
Hello, Punith. Like I do have a lot of things happened earlier, but even I do not recall that as well. So that much bad memory it goes on my mind. So yeah, I don't have any multiple stories, but now I am unable to recall. So I have to work on my memory.
Okay, that's an interesting take. Okay, now let's ask Toastmaster Suchita. Suchita, go ahead.
Hi, I'm a guest.
Hi again.
So by memory, I have seen one of the disaster rain in Mumbai, and that day I reached home around 10 o'clock. I started around 5 o'clock, so approximately 6 hours I was on a road. There was completely flood on the roads. So it was the day of 17th August 2017. So I remember that day and I still don't forget that day because it was the worst day I ever had.
Okay, I think you have a strong memory that you can remember
Yeah.
you can remember the day with the date. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, because I have written somewhere the date because it was such a bad day, and I was I was unfortunately I was conceived the baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
that's
I always remember that day. Yeah.
okay. Thank you for sharing your the personal story. Now, with that, let us move on to the next section. This is the session that guarantees the fun. Now, without any ado, let's call this is the session where we will improve our impromptu speaking skills. And this session will be conducted by Table Topic Master. Today's table topic master is a person who works as a data scientist in a retail company. He keeps himself busy with sports, physical activities, and exploring new things in life. His life mantra is let's help each other and grow together. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Amit Gupta. Toastmaster Amit Gupta, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Punith, for this informative session. I feel that like our brains are learning about brain, right? In this session, what I felt. Okay, so let's start the session number 2. This is the table topic session. For the benefit of the guest, I will add some more information. So basically, in this session, guest can also participate. I will be giving you a topic, and you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. If you are interested, just raise your hand. Otherwise, I will be going to pick the participant. And the main thing is that like whoever are not in camera, I will be choosing to those first. Okay. But next thing is like the why impromptu is important. So the answer is in our day-to-day life, any kind of conversation, like the most of them are unplanned. Like we do not prepare, like we meet somebody, or we have to, if somebody calls and then we have to say something, like we are not prepared for most of the things. So most of the conversations are impromptu in our life. Other than that, like if you are in any unpleasant situation or adverse situation, so if you are good in impromptu, you can deal with that situation. It will help a lot. Okay. So before starting the session, I will talk about the rule. So I am going to give you a topic. You have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. You have to speak minimum 1 minute, and you can speak till 2 minutes 30 seconds. Yeah, so to get eligible for voting, you have to speak between 1 to 2 minutes 30 seconds. So with that, like who is going to volunteer first? Okay, so I will start with the guest. So 1 second. Okay, so can I call Sasank?
Hi, Toastmaster Amit.
Yeah, are you ready to go? Are you ready to take the topic?
Yes, I'm good.
Yeah. So your topic is how does repetition help in memorizing information? Your topic is how does repetition helps in memorizing information? I've added in the chat also.
I have this great skill of memorizing numbers. I mean, I come from a commerce background, so I should be good at forget that. I mean, if I choose to retain it, that is. Because when I look at the number thrice, any number for that matter, if I look at the number thrice and read it slowly, repeat things and we tend to be better at it. So, what I would say is, like how life throws us a lot of challenges and we have to come out of it. How do we do that? First of all, by practice. So, in case there is any situation where I foresee something happening wrong, I practice or I go back and see what I could have done and what I could do better, so that I tend to come out of the situation much better. So, anyways, coming back, so as I was saying about the trick which I have, the more and more I look at the number for that matter, I tend to memorize the number. In the same way, if we keep doing the good things again and again every day, and I'm sure we'll become better at it, because all of us are good at something. If you have to become better, I think practice is the key. So it's better to do the same thing again and again. Similarly, how we memorize or by hearting and vomiting usually. Over to the master.
Thank you, Sasank, for attempting this topic. Yeah, this is true. Like even in our Toastmaster, before any speeches or any role, we kind of repeat that speech multiple times, right? So moving to the next topic, I can see Manoj has raised the hand. You want to attempt next topic? Okay. So your topic is how does visualization help in memorizing complex information? How does visualization help in memorizing complex information?
Fellow Toastmasters, guest, and table topic master, Toastmaster Amit. Visualization, if I have to segment people, there are different types of people in the universe. Some people are very good in terms of learning by reading, like book readers. Some people are very good in terms of watching a video and learn from there. And some people are very good in terms of vocal things. When you say them, they can able to digest and adapt and evolve those kind of informations. Now, if I have to put that into myself into a single box, I'm very good in terms of putting in watching something and doing certain things. Now, the kind of profession which I have, we have to do a lot of journals, we have to do a lot of research works on that, and then trying to grasp of it. Now, visualization, if you look at certain things, people say is that if you make a note of it, it will try to retain your capacity up to 65% after once you have a training session or any sessions kind of things. So it's very important that we need to understand the visualization part. And for me, visualization is all about how do you see those kind of things? How do you able to graphically design certain things? How do you able to draw certain things? How do you able to resonate and relate to that kind of color things as well? So there are different types of people around the world. I mean, as I said about, I am very good in terms of watching certain things and trying to visualize and trying to make a kind of caricature in my mind. But there are certain people who having the color deficiency as well. They can't able to see the color when they see any kind of thing. So maybe for them, red would be looks like a green and yellow would be looks like a blue kind of thing as well. I know you probably may not be having that kind of a deficiency there, but there are certain amount of people. So visualization for me is certain colors meant for some certain things. Certain people have a kind of a relevance to that one. But for me, visualization is all about how do you able to grasp certain things by watching and trying to digest with this one. Yeah, that's what my thought on that. Back to you, Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you, Manoj, for attempting this topic. Yeah, it is true that the different kind of the brain store different kind of thing in the different part. For the text gets stored in the different part and the images get stored in the different part. So yeah, so I'm moving to the next topic. So can I call Sagar?
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, sure. So your topic is, what are the common technique you follow to memorize information? What are the common technique you follow to memorize information?
All right. First of all, thank you so much for this topic. This is the very first time I'm attending this meeting as a member, official member now. Techniques I follow to memorize things. The very common thing which I usually do is I keep on bombarding the same information again and again, either visually or in terms of a voice note, in terms of a letter, in terms of a written note, in terms of a picture or something. I would love to give a small example here. In year 2000, from year 2020 to year 2022, I worked rigorously on my pronunciation and diction. So what I used to do, I used to sleep with, I used to listen to podcast every day in night time for, I would say, good 2-3 hours. And I used to bombard the same words and the same voice notes and the same language and the same thing again and again in my mind to memorize the same thing and to upskill myself. So that is the one way which I did to myself. But at the very same time, having said this, there might be different ways to memorize things. I guess with this, I would like to hand over stage to you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sagar, for sharing those all things that you practice for remembering things. Moving to the next topic, can I call Suchita? Suchita, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So your topic is how is like the diet and exercise help in memory function? How diet and exercise help in memory function?
Thank you, table topic master. So diet, and I would also add meditation help the human being. I can relate this topic with me. When I do jogging or when I do meditation, it will help me to give me the refreshment and also give me the enthusiasm to motivate myself and get that things much better way to done. And it helps me to resonate the things what I was doing with. I can do I can do like jog, where I can see that my body reflect with the positivity. And meditation also give as a human being, as empowering the person. So this is how I do. And thank you.
Thank you, Suchita, for attempting this topic. Yeah, it's true that some of the nutrient or the food or the daily exercise, it kind of the improve blood circulation near our brain, right? And because of that, like we see our good memory. So with this, I'm moving to the next topic. Can I call Neha Bansal for the next topic?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah. So your topic is how does unnecessary information from the digital devices affect our memory? How does unnecessary information from the digital devices affect our memory?
Thank you, so Toastmaster Amit, for this topic. How does unnecessary information, I would request you to please write this question in the chat.
Yeah, how does unnecessary information from digital devices affect the memory?
How does unnecessary information from digital devices affects our memory? What a topic in this today's digital era. Every time my phone is popping up somewhere around, I am attending this meeting, my phone is popping up. So this is the common problem I think everybody goes through in memorizing things. Not able to focus, not able to concentrate, not able to give a full attention to what is going at this moment. The first effect which I think affects our memory is moment to moment concentration. We are not able to concentrate, give our full attention to one single thing we are doing in life. We are not able to live that moment with our wholeheartedly. I believe that yes, of course, being in digital era, we have to go through this digital world. We have to navigate through it. But yes, of course, we have to be mindful again, mindful of our usage of uh, digital devices we are on. So keep your notifications off, live in the moment, give your 100% to what you are attending. That would definitely going to improve our mental health and would help us in memorizing things, focusing things better. That's what I need to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neha, for attempting this topic. Yeah, it's a very good take. So yeah, that is true, especially like in this short video, like the YouTube short video or Instagram short video, we keep scrolling, right? And it's kind of very random information. And for our brain, it's very hard to decode and then retrieve the information back. So that is very true. With this, I am moving to the next topic. So can you call Veena? One second.
I think Veena has left the meeting. She's there.
Okay, sure. So once. So can I call Acube next? Acube is here. Yeah, Acube, do you want to go next?
Yep, I'll go next.
Yeah, sure. So your topic is so you have to talk about cultural practices that helps in memory retention. Cultural practices that helps in memory retention.
Cultural practices which helps in memory retention. You're asking this question to a very forgetful boy who keeps forgetting the names. The only celebrity I can resemble and I can recall is Rohit Sharma, which is Because again, he also keeps forgetting the player's name, the place's name, and all of those. So that happens. That is a part of life. What I do is something else. Like uh, whenever I see that memory loss happening a lot, I'll go back to almonds because that's our mother's recipe. So keep eating almonds, walnuts. I think those stuff help. But what has helped me a lot, what has helped me uh, in a big way, especially during my college days when I had to mug up 100 of formulas. Before going to sleep, like when I'm about to get sleep, I recall the whole day. I recall the yesterday and at least the things which I have to remember. Of course, it helped me remember the formula. It helped me recall the formulas. It also helped me in overall memory retention, and that's a really nice practice if somebody can follow. So, if one of you feel that loss, if one of you are really into Rohit Sharma zone like me, try doing that. Try talking to yourself for say 5 to 10 minutes before just before the sleep, and that helps in a big way. Yeah, I think I'll conclude with that. Try remembering and recalling stuff before sleep. Eat almonds and walnuts. What you?
Yeah, thank you, Akub. I think everybody can relate this thing, right? Both things, like the soaking almond before sleeping and then recalling things before sleeping, right? So I think everybody can relate. With this, I will move to the next topic. So can I call Sunita? Sunita, you want to attempt next topic?
Yeah, Amit, sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
your
so your
topic. Yeah. So you can unmute for some time. You can unmute like once it is done from my side. So your topic is how do emotion influence our ability to remember information? How do emotion influence our ability to remember information?
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit, for this topic. I think influence plays a very important role, not only in our memories, but also in the way we conduct ourselves or the way we behave ourselves. If we are in a good mood, if we are emotionally well, then we can approach the work or approach the task at hand in a better manner as compared to when we are stressed out. The stress could be from any phase or from anything. It can be stress at work and which impacts things in our personal life, or it could be the other way around, stress at home that could impact the work at an office. So it's very important to keep our emotions, our stress level at check, so that we can work and we are able to work at the optimum level. And to do that, it's important to take breaks, talk to people when you're stressed out, or vent out your issues, whatever is there in your mind or heart. That will help you lower down your emotional disturbances and will help you balance other works better. Emotionally, if we are not sane, or emotionally if we are not balanced, it makes it difficult to venture into new things or to try doing things in a better way or in a creative way. And that's where we need to be focused upon, or we need to take control of our emotions so that we can work well towards our goal. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you, Sunita. Do we have time, or Punith or Shrilakshmi, can you confirm?
One more question.
One more topic we can take, right? So next, okay. So Srihari, do you want to go next?
My apologies here. The power is down, so I cannot say when my internet would go down. I'm sorry.
No problem, no problem. Anybody wants to go next? This is last topic.
Can I try?
Maanvi, okay. 1 second. Alok is there, right? Okay, okay, fine. Alok, so your topic is 1 second.
Sorry, I cannot turn on my videos.
No problem, no problem. You can still speak. So your topic is what would happen to world if we could replace human brain into a computer? What would happen to the world if we could replicate human brain into the computer?
Few days back, I was reading an article where Elon Musk was saying that if artificial intelligence continue progressing like this, somewhere it is going to be detrimental for the human being. And I was wondering why he has made such a statement where he is investing a lot on the robotics, on the artificial intelligence. And somewhere I was started to feel that, yes, it is true. Imagine yourself 20 years down the line, when you are 70 years old, your everything will be done by the robot. Food, everything. But are you getting any human being around yourself? How can you express your feeling with the robot, with the artificial intelligence robot? Nothing. The only difference between the human beings and robot is we all have emotions. We can express our emotions, but artificial intelligence-based emotion, we cannot correlate with that. They cannot be so empathy to us. That is a machine. So I personally feel that artificial intelligence is improving the efficiency, doing lots of effectiveness, but some point of time, we will be so dependent on these artificial intelligence and robot that some point of time, we will regret that somewhere we are not able to connect with the people. The camaraderie we will be not able to build, and that will be the biggest loss for the humanity. So I personally also feel that we should be think, contemplate, and be very judicious about this. Thank you very much, and back to table topic master.
Yeah, thank you, Alok. Thank you. Yeah, this is something wait and watch situation. So we have to wait and see the progress. Okay. With this, I think we have come to the end of session number 2. I want to thank all the participants for their actively participation. And I will hand it over to Toastmaster of the day, Punith. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. Do you know why do I like a table topic session? This is the session where I will get to know the different perspectives. This session I got to know about visualization, repetitions, bombarding bombarding with the same. This is a quite new thing to me. Then how diet will help the memorization, multitasking, the culture, emotions, AI, and these are the interesting topics and different perspectives came out. And big round of applause for our table topic master, Toastmaster Amit, and all our participants, table topic session participants. Now, quickly, I will talk less about the theme, continuation with the team, and after that, I will quickly move on to the next session. The theme is memory, and now I'm going to talk about the right mindset that we should have for the memorization, to learn a new memorization technique. The first thing is I can only inject a thought. I can't explain fully thing in the paucity of time, but these are very interesting. The first one is you need to remember only what you need to remember. Our memory is very expensive. We should be careful what you want to remember. For example, if you are reading a book, you don't need to remember the entire book. The ideas are there for books are there for the ideas. You just need to remember the ideas. For example, 7 effective 7 habits of highly effective people. You just need to remember the 7 habits. You don't need to remember all the stuffs inside. The second, to recap information, you should memorize first. It means you should know the difference between reading and the memorizing. The reading is a different activity, and memorizing is a different activity. At the time of reading, you read it for the understanding and analyzing. At the time of memory, you are doing it consciously. You need this information in future. That's why you're memorizing it. Then memory technique will only help you to how to make this short-term information, how to show this information for the long term. Okay. Then how whatever the memorization you do, the memory will deteriorate over a time. That's how. But these techniques that will help you to have this information for the long term. The next, I will talk about what are the memory techniques that we can use to uh, be efficient in consuming information and efficient in storing the information in our brain. Now, it is time to move on to the next session, that is an evaluation sessions. There's a loop. If you want to get out of the loop, the feedback is necessary. And with the feedback, we can achieve a regular progress. Now it is time to call our general evaluators and get the feedback and be progress in the upcoming meetings. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Samita. Toastmaster Samita, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, TMOD, Toastmaster Punith. First evaluation will be our first speaker, Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij. She will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sadil. Toastmaster Sadil is a sergeant and arms of Negamore Toastmasters Club. He has finished his studies at Maris Stella College and currently studying at University of Moratuwa. His hobbies are playing basketball, solving Rubik's Cube, and walking. Over to you, Toastmaster Sadil.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for this nice introduction. Now, Toastmaster Chitrakshi, you had a very relatable topic for me because last year we also had a YLP program and I also had to serve as a role taker. Ultimately, I was a college student back then, so it was very relatable. Now, the points you have excelled. First, an eye-opening open. Now, we all have plans. Sometimes we fail. Does that necessarily mean that we don't have to plan? So you had an eye-catching opening, which led us into a deep thinking. So kudos to you for that. Next thing, I want to comment on your structure. You had a very smooth structure. First, you emphasized on the problem. There were no role takers. Diwali is coming. And, Diwali is coming. And there were no evaluators. And then you emphasize on the solutions next. Okay, my team told me just to let the YLP students take the role takers by themselves. So first you emphasize on the problem, then the solution, which had made a smooth flow to your speech. Kudos for that. And then you had a very strong message at the end as well to reach out for help from others. And you had open palm gestures throughout the speech as well, which depicts your confidence. Job well done on that. Now, I have some small suggestions for you to take your speech to the next level. I have only 2 suggestions. First one is, I was very curious to know, just think about the guest. So you have talked about a YLP program. Guests might not be aware of what a YLP program is, and then where it happens. Is it online or physical? And who were your team? I was very curious, but I know that it is a part of your previous project, the part 1, right? But some people may not be there to listen to the part 1 speech. So let's add that improvement as well. Just allocate 40 or 30 seconds to introduce the team and what is a YLP, which makes your speech more informative, and it is good for the guest as well. And the second thing, I was very curious to see the results. Now you have reached out the help from the team. Now, what is the results? You can emphasize how your YLP students, YLP children have improved their speaking abilities because of you and your team. So my second suggestion is to emphasize on the results more and more because it's a part of the project. But all in all, Toastmasters Chitrakshi, you did a great job. You had a nice structure, you had a nice speech, and eye-catching open. Kudos for everything, and I wish you best of luck for your future speeches as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sadil. I agree with everything that Toastmaster Sadil has said. Toastmaster Chitrakshi, you are a seasoned speaker and I love to hear you speak. I have a little challenge for you. I want you to place your camera in a manner where we can see your full hand gestures. It was partly getting cut off and we couldn't see what you were telling us or showing us. So that is a challenge for you for the next speech. Coming to the next speaker, Toastmaster Jasvitha, she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Raja Balaji. Toastmaster Raja Balaji is a network engineer by profession, Toastmaster by passion, loves to travel to new places and connect to new people. Introvert, trying to be an ambivert, just do it, is his favorite phrase that he always says. Over to you, Toastmaster Raja Balaji.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, and my special good evening to my target speaker, Durga Jasvitha. Wow, what an inspiring speech. From oversensitive child to the president of one of the prestigious Toastmasters Club, Amrita Toastmasters Club, Bangalore. You nailed it. Congratulations for completing your project. I like to share 3 things which I liked the most in your speech. The first thing was you started your speech with your personal story and then you connected with your leadership journey. That was absolutely breathtaking. The second thing I liked in your speech was the structure in your speech, opening, body, and conclusion. That was phenomenal. And third thing I liked in your speech was, as a leader, should possess this one of most important attributes, which is never give up attitude. When you started your first open house session, you failed because of some external circumstance, but you never gave up. You started again. You rectify the mistakes and you succeed in that open club session. So that was the thing, shows you are a fantastic leader. Coming to areas of recommendation, I have 2 areas of recommendation. As per this project, as an evaluator, I want to know down 3 things. The first thing is the member should serve in a leadership in a volunteering organization for minimum of 6 years. Yes, that completed. The second thing is the member should receive feedback from his or her leadership skills from a members of organization in a form of 360-degree evaluation. So you could share that 360-degree evaluation, what your team members talk about you, what your team members feedback about you. And the third thing is, it's not about we serving as a leader. It's all about showing the path to the next coming people. So the third thing is develop a club success plan to aid in the transition of his or her leadership role. If you created this if you develop this succession plan, please you share with us. If you didn't develop a succession plan, please develop a succession plan and share with your fellow team members so they will follow your footsteps. Coming to challenges, I have 2 challenges. The first challenge I like to give you is the opening. You simply started with by saying, is my audio and video clear and visible? You should do this before the meeting. While starting the while starting your speech, you should bang on to start your story. And the second thing is intentional pause. While talking about your challenges, setbacks, give some pause. Let audience digest. So let's work on this area of improvement. So looking forward to your better speech. Thank you so much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja Balaji. You have evaluated the clinical evaluation, I would say. Toastmaster Jasvitha, I have only one recommendation for you. I would like you to have more eye contact with the audience while you are delivering your speech. It was a wonderful speech. You told us your story and we were hooked to it. More eye contact I would love to see from you. Next, moving on, we were having our table topics evaluation. We have our evaluator today, Toastmaster Suman Somaiah. Toastmaster Suman has been Toastmaster since the past 7 years, and he has served as he started his journey in 2017, founder member of VVCE Toastmasters Club, and he's now a part of First Toastmasters Club Bangalore, has served the club as its president, and he was the area director of Area 83, District 92 in 2022-23. He loves the stage as a musician, anchor, and a speaker. But what is more interesting that he is the current district champion of District 92 in table topics and the international speech competition. Over to you, Toastmaster Suman Somaiah.
Thank you so much for the generous introduction, General Evaluator. So now let's start off with the evaluation for all the table topic speeches that went in as seamlessly, as flawlessly, and as beautiful as it could get. The first speaker we had our guest, Shashank. So how does repetition help in memorizing information? What I really liked when Toastmaster Shashank started speaking was that he focused on a skill which he had, a point of relatability to the topic itself, about his commerce background, where he said that he reads everything thrice, reads it slowly, and that's how he gets everything in his memory. Brilliant use of a method which you can give to people to implement for themselves as well. And what supported this fact was your voice, because Toastmaster Shashank's voice is crystal clear, it is beautiful, and it was supported by good intonation throughout when he was trying to convey his point. But what I felt as a recommendation that I can give is that Shashank was repeating the same point at least twice or thrice. So instead of that, what he could have done was bring in an anchor story about how he acquired the skill, how he was before the skill was acquired, and how the skill transformed him. Right. So if he brings in this logic, it gives a structure as well, and it helps the audience understand what the point that Shashank was trying to convey. So all in all, amazingly done. You had a great voice, great intonation, a beautiful logic. Only if you could avoid repeating it, bring structure to the project, it would be amazing. Great job done, Shashank. Now let's move on to our second speaker, who is Manoj. How does visualization help complex information? It is the visualization aspect of Manoj what caught my attention in the first place, because he had his gestures, hand gestures, which made sure that I was engaged in his speech throughout. And also there was a beautiful attention grabbing introduction where he used his voice. And that was supported by some good rhetorics in his speech. For example, he said to digest, adapt, and evolve information, which was a power of three, a very strong rhetoric that we as speakers use in our speeches as well. What I also loved was there was a personal background to the topic, and it also took a professional and a personal twist. But what I felt was unclear at certain point was when the topic deviated to a point where the speaker started focusing on people having issues visualizing, bringing in colors as an example. So that is somewhere I felt the message was unclear. So what our speaker Manoj could have done is he could have focused mainly on the topic where he was with clarity highlighting the fact that he was visualizing something and how he visualizes it, interprets it, and understands it. So that was the overall message which Manoj was conveying. If you could maintain on that same point, it would be more clear for us to understand. But all in all, brilliantly done. A great use of gestures, very nice introduction, and a power of three was also used. A great background to the topic was done. Only if you could maintain clarity of the topic by staying on the topic. Is the only suggestion I have for Manoj. Now let's move to Sagar. Sagar, common techniques you follow to memorize information. Well, Sagar, what I have to say is the one small thing that I will start off with a recommendation for you. That Sagar, don't have to give context or greetings or say, okay, hi everyone, how's everything going? Because it normally eats time. For a speaker, give a banging intro to get people's attention, and they will immediately start listening to you. Is a common logic which we always try to incorporate. I love the way you gave examples. Toastmaster Sagar gave great examples of how we can use voice notes, pictures, and notes. And also, he went a step ahead to bring in his personal story about how he, during 2018 to 22, worked on pronunciation. And he went into the depth of the topic by saying that he took 2 hours every day to memorize. And that was very nicely done. Only if we could have generalized it in the end, saying that, okay, so this was the technique which I used. So imagine if you have something else. For example, if you have a hobby of learning music, imagine if you just put 1 hour of learning your favorite song or something to generalize and for the audience to take away. And I think this would be brilliant. And also another recommendation that I have for Sagar is to get comfortable. When you get comfortable is when you start using your hands. Just try to make your body a little free. Use your hands, move your head. So that is when you feel a lot comfortable. When you are comfortable, the audience will also feel comfortable when you're speaking to them. So this is the only suggestion I have for you. All in all, a brilliant set of examples, context, and a personal story that you had in your speech. Only if you could add a little more general logic as well, and also get a little comfortable with the stage using your gestures and also a banging introduction. I think this would be a brilliant speech by Sagar. Right, now let's move on to our next speaker, who is Suchitra. Suchitra, how diet and exercise helps in memory function. Well, for this topic, I should say that I don't even have breakfast, so I don't think my memory should work as good as it should. So that is where Suchitra took it a step ahead by connecting to the topic with two personal pointers, which is her connection with jogging, her connection with meditation. And she also focused on why it is important. Normally, people only say what is important, but bringing in the why factor is somewhere that every table topic speaker tries to miss out on. So that is exactly what Suchita didn't do. She brought in very strong points saying that it helps self motivation, resonating with things, and the body also reflects with positivity. So these were very strong words. So what I also observed was Suchitra had great vocabulary to support her logic. And the words that she used were descriptive yet accurate. So that is very nicely done. Only if Suchitra, one suggestion or recommendation that I have for you from my side is to delve into the topic a little more, right? So you brought in all the general ideas of the topic, why and how it functions. Probably you could give examples in forms of a story or an anecdote or a logic. So that would give a more logical connect to anybody who is listening to you. So you're saying, okay, it helps you motivate yourself, but how, right? So if you add a little more onto that as a detail, then I think this would be a complete speech, right? So Suchitra also did a very nice job by bringing in beautiful points of relation to the topic with jogging and meditation, focused on the why or the relatable aspects, which is how the whole idea of dieting exercises helps you motivate yourself, resonating with things, and reflects positivity. Only if you could work a little on getting into the depth of the topic by explaining how. Okay, so that is the only recommendation I have for you. Brilliantly done. Now let's move on to our fifth speaker, who is Neha. So Neha, how does unnecessary information from digital devices affect our memory? I think this is a problem which everybody faces, right? So she took that as her advantage with a brilliant introduction where she said that using phone is a problem which everybody faces, right? And she also connected with the audience by asking that same question. So I think everybody faces that problem, right? So the moment she said that, the audience also I felt, yes, I also face this problem. So let's see what she has to add to that. What I felt was a strong point in Neha's speech was her pace. See, I felt that normally in I always feel this, that normally in table topics, people are frazzled. So normally what they do, they try to either talk too fast or they get lost in their thoughts and talk too slow. But Neha's pace and voice modulation, emphasizing on the right words. For example, when she said, we are not focusing on the right things. I felt that emphasis at the right point. It made sure to add an essence to her speech as well. Only one recommendation I have for Neha is to again generalize the ending. Probably you said that you said we have to reduce notifications and improve our mental health. Maybe you could add a little more logic on how we can do this, because turning off the notification is an option that we all know and we are all familiar with. We know how to turn notifications off, but somewhere we just go back and switch the notifications on and start scrolling mindlessly. So how can we tackle that, right? So this is a serious problem. Maybe if you could add a little detail on how we can overcome this problem, this would be an amazing speech with a brilliant takeaway for all us to take home. Okay, so very nicely done, Neha. You had great way of starting your speech with connection. Then your pace and voice modulation definitely came handy to you. Only if you could generalize the ending with more logic for us to take something back home, probably a point of focus. That would be the only thing that I would be looking at your speech, right? So other than that, now let's move on to our sixth speaker, who is Akib. Akib, cultural practices that help in memory retention. Akib probably took a direction probably that I would have taken as well. That is self-deprecating humor. So every time there is always a risk if you make some fun of somebody else that they might get offended. But if you make fun of yourself, then I don't think anybody will get offended. So I think you took a very strong start with a self-deprecating joke about your forgetfulness. And then you move on with a nice story about how you have this issue about being forgetful, and how going back to almonds to improve your memory, which your mother suggested is your go-to move. Then you moved into a slightly serious point where you said that whenever I go back to sleep, I recall the whole day, right? So what I felt was the only recommendation that I have for you, Akib, is that somewhere your logic was contradicting because you said in the beginning that I'm very forgetful. You shouldn't have given this topic to me. But then you said that, okay, I recall things at night. So that makes me less forgetful and helps me recalling things, right? So probably I would suggest that you take one strong stand on the topic. Maybe if you're saying that you're forgetful, justify the same thing, right? So that is the only suggestion I have for you, that if you take a stand on the topic, then stick to that. Or if you're taking a different turn on the topic, then negate the previous point and then move forward to the next point. Okay, don't make a jumble there, so that we will not lose you. Right? So that is the only recommendation I have for you. Akib, I must say that you had a slightly humorous touch, a humorous take on the topic. You had good logic about how we can improve our memory. Only if you could maintain the sanctity of the logic by sticking to one part of the logic, that would be best, I would suggest, from my end. Right now, coming to Sunita, the speaker, on how does emotion influence memory. Okay, great way. You just directly jumped into the topic directly by saying that what is what is your stand on the topic. That was very nicely done, because that shows that the further steps that Sunita will take in her speech will be on this side itself. So there it established clarity. I really liked how you highlighted stress as an aspect which influences memory the most, because that I feel is something that everybody can agree to as well. That the more stressful you are, the less mindful you become, and you start losing track of things, and you become more forgetful. Very nicely done. I felt that it made a lot of sense as well. Your logic on how to take breaks, talking to people, venting out helps maintain that emotional balance. That was very strong, and it was very well established by Sunita. And you also focused on how emotionally you can get a balance. That was also again an elaboration of the previous point which I mentioned. Very nicely done, Sunita. Only probably that if you could add a conclusion in the end, I felt the ending was very abrupt. So you said, okay, this is what you have to do, and just closed. This is like there is a part two to this movie kind of a vibe which I got. So only if you could end it with the same way, probably by with a question. Okay, so these are things that I did. So what would you do? Right? So probably something that could give a smooth ending to this topic probably would have made this a brilliant table topic that I have listened to in a while. Right? So I all in all, I have to say that you had a great stand on the topic that established clarity. You took stress as a key point of your speech, and you brought in good logic about how taking breaks, talking to people, and venting out helps maintaining emotional balance. Only if you could have focused on concluding the speech with a greater smoothness by either asking a question or by summarizing, then I think this would be a great speech, according to me. Right? So now coming to our last this table topic speaker of today, who is Alok. What would happen to the world if human brains were replaced by computers? This, I think, going into an imaginary topic out of all this psychological topics, now going into an imaginary topic, I felt would normally tumble anybody aside or would give anybody creativity. I felt Alok got that creative side of him, where he spoke about how he read a few days ago an article on how AI is detrimental to human beings, brought in a good imaginary visualization quotient on how robots are always there to help. But when robots come, we lose touch with people. That was a very strong point, which was brilliantly established. You also mentioned on how humans can emote and robots cannot be emotional or empathetic. So and being empathetic is some quality which humans have. Robots are normally calculative, cold, and mechanical, which would be very dangerous at life or death situation. I think that made a lot of sense to me where you brought in that logic. And you also focused on how AI improves efficiency but makes the human beings logical. So this brought in a logical connect to the topic which we were discussing. And in the end, you brought in a conclusive note saying that we have to contemplate and be judicious. Really strong words, because AI is making us antisocial. So we have to contemplate and be judicious. The choice is in our hands, is what you said. Very nicely done. So only one suggestion I have for Toastmaster, to be Toastmaster or Toastmaster Alok, is to bring in a solution perspective as well. So you have established the problems very well, that what happens if AI comes and takes over, but what can be the solution? So what can we do? How can we make sure that AI is a double-ended sword, which we have to tip on the sides which we want, right? So maybe you can bring in a solution from your side that since this is an imaginary topic where it focuses more on how you visualize the topic, maybe you could have brought something funny or something interesting, saying that probably now the government should put a ban on AI. We should focus, or we should go back to those olden days where we used to focus on barter system, hard, intensive labor. Right? So probably you could have given that take to end from your side as a solution, right? So this is the only recommendation I have for you. All in all, a brilliant take on the topic, I must say. On you focus on various aspects on emotions, empathy, efficiency, and in the end, you more of give us a beautiful message on how we have to contemplate and be judicious. Only if you could brought in that imaginary solution also from your side, then this would have been a complete topic from your end, according to me, right? So, with that note, yes, we have now concluded the evaluations for the table topics. A couple of pointers which I observed was can be given as a common pointers to everyone who have tried to attempt table topics. Right. One is to attempt table topic like a prepared speech itself. That is to maintain the structure, because a structure will enable you to deliver a table topic with better clarity. And also, since there is a template already present, you will be able to fill in the gaps with the required logics. For example, in the intro, you can establish a stand that you are taking regarding the topic. Now, if I say, is it better to sleep all day or to wake up? Now I will say, I will sleep. So that is going to give me clarity, saying that, okay, I'm going to talk about how I'm going to sleep the entire day. Then your body should be about the story or logic or justification that you're going to give about that topic. Now, if I have to sleep all day, I'm saying I'm going to sleep all day. Why should I sleep all day? Because they say that sleeping enables better growth in human bodies. It gives us rest, and so and so and so. I'm going to give my logic and justification, and the conclusion can be a reiteration of your stand of the topic. Then by bringing a call of action or a takeaway. So if I'm saying that I'm going to sleep the entire day, then I'm going to ask all of you to sleep the entire day as well. Right? because it is going to make all of you healthier. It's going to keep you relaxed. It's going to make you all happy. I'm going to give you a takeaway message or a conclusion. So this is an easy way of keeping your table topic also structured, right? A simple way of telling is, so tell them what you want to tell them, and tell them what you told them. So this is a logic which we always keep in mind. So maybe you can remember this mantra for your table topics. And also another very important aspect that I would like to give all of you to ponder upon is that when the topic is given to you, you have a few seconds before you start speaking about the topic, right? So what is one thing, if I were to be given a topic, what would run in my mind? Two things. One, do I agree, disagree, connect or disconnect with the topic? First thing. So do I agree or disagree, connect or disconnect with the topic? And the second point is my personal point of relatability or unrelatability, right? So if I agree to the topic, then how will I take a stand? My personal point of relatability, or if I don't agree to the topic, my personal point of unrelatability, right? So this can come in multiple forms. As I said, it can come in stories, logic, or justifications, right? And then two other aspects that you can always focus on is one is the basic aspects, like to use your body language and voice modulation to make sure that your speech is engaging. And the second thing is an advanced aspect where you can enhance your speech by bringing in quotes, humor, or rhetorics like metaphors, similes, power of threes, right? So this will help you take your table topic to an advanced level. So these are some things that I would like to bring in as suggestions. Hope my evaluation made sense to all of you, and hope to see better more evolved table topic speakers in the days coming by. Thank you so much. And I congratulate all the table topic speakers for brilliant perspectives, wonderful. And I have to keep them like gems, right? Because every single gem had their own way of shining. And all our table topic speakers shined the way they could have shined by taking their stands on topics. Congratulations to all of you, and all the best to all the upcoming table topic speakers. Back to our general evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you so much for such a detailed and informative evaluation that you have done. I have a lot of takeaways from this evaluation, and I'm sure all our table topic speakers today had got a lot of takeaways to remember, and then next time they come along, they can implement those and come. Going ahead, we have the reports. So first, I'll call upon timer, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi. Please present your timer report. You're on mute.
Coming to the timer report, speaker 1 Chitrakshi has taken 6 minutes, 12 seconds, 28 milliseconds. Speaker 2 Jasvitha took 7 minutes, 13 seconds, 17 milliseconds. And Evaluator also Sadil 3 minutes, 25 seconds. And Evaluator 2 Raja 3 minutes, 23 seconds, 5 milliseconds. And Evaluator 3 Somaiah took 20 minutes, 11 seconds. And coming to table topics, all are on time. Shashank took 1 minute 33 seconds. Manoj took 2 minutes 23 seconds. Speaker Saga took 1 minute 38 seconds. Suchitra took 1 minute 9 seconds. Neha Bansal took 1 minute 38 seconds. Akub took 1 minute 43 seconds. And Sunita took 1 minute 45 seconds. And Alok Kumar has taken 2 minutes 01 seconds. What do you, GE?
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi, for a detailed table topic. One is you can paste this in the chat box for everyone to see. You can give a shorter report by saying in table topics how many of them have qualified and how many of them have disqualified. Coming to the R counter, Toastmaster Micheal, please give your report.
Sure, let me share my screen. Okay. I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes, we can see.
here, today the less are counters are Samita Kar, Jitender, then Raja Balaji, a cube, Alok. So congratulations for those use those less R counters. And then for those who use more is Punith 6+ times, and then Amit 12+ times. Yeah, so these are the reports. I will paste those report in the chat at the end of this meeting. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator Samita Kar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Michael. Please paste it in the chat box. Next, I call upon Toastmaster Mohan for the Grammarian report.
General Evaluator Samita, my laptop having some issue, so unable to scare and attach the report, but I would like to read the report. So I would like to congratulate and thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Punith, and Speaker Jasvitha. They used word of the day like retrieval and introspection. And there are some good usage words in the meeting. I would like to call those words like gratify, overlay, reminiscence, digest, resonate, bombarding, enthusiasm, digital era, efficiency, effectiveness, regret, deteriorate, crystal clear, tackle, contracting. These are the words. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I call upon Toastmaster Jitender.
Thank you, General Evaluator Samita. In interest of time, I'm not going to ask difficult questions. So let's start with the easier one. So my role as a listener, I have noted down a few questions and I'm sure you'll be able to answer that. So first one, what is the title of the speech of Jasvitha?
Bolt from the blue.
Yeah, absolutely correct. I told it would be very easy. Second question, who said belief is a dirty word?
Punith. Okay, but here.
Punith mentioned a quote from someone. So who is that person?
Also, right?
Osho.
Yeah, Joshuva. Yeah, absolutely correct. You have a very good memory because it seems people are struggling with that. Third question is, what is the educational background of Amit? Since our TTM evaluator has mentioned as well. So I guess.
Data scientist?
No.
Data analyst.
Okay. No.
He is a scientist.
No, I think he is from commerce background. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is interesting. I'm sure everyone would remember. So how did Sagar improve his pronunciation?
Through podcast.
Practicing every day.
Practicing every day for 2 to 3 hours using podcast. Okay, great. Then we have the last one. So it would be difficult and I hope I got the answer correct. So what is the name of the college where Sadil is studying?
Sri Lanka?
I told you that it would be. Yeah, in Sri Lanka, the name of the college.
Stella Maria.
Okay, I hope I heard it correctly. It's University of Maragua something. Maybe Sadil can confirm if he is around still.
It's University of Morocco.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that clarification. Now the last question, that is, on which floor I parked my car?
Second floor.
Second floor.
Second floor.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, thanks for listening. And I think you were able to answer all the questions correctly. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator Samita.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for that. Toastmaster Jitendra for testing us whether we were actively listening in the meeting or not. And I must say, we all answered, so we were all active listeners. A small tip from my side, Toastmaster Jitender. We loved your story, what you shared with us, but you can hold on to that story. And when the TMOD asks to share, and then you can share that story. As everyone is actively looking for what is the role, they might not pay that much attention. So they will be more attentive while sharing the story when TMOD asks for it. For paucity of time, I will make a quick evaluation. The meeting started on time and our Sergeant at Arm, Maanvi Kumar, had high energy. So it was always very good when the meeting starts with that high energy. We all look forward to it. Our presiding officer, Toastmaster DTM Sourav Dutta, as usual, he is a magician with words and he did all the introductions of the new members and welcomed them. TMOD today, Toastmaster Punith had a very good topic and we were all eagerly waiting. So how and what comes out of that? And we got different perspective from the table topics also and from Toastmaster Punith. One point of recommendation for Toastmaster Punith is that whenever you start the topic, it is good to have audience interaction, to have some questions for them to ponder on, to come and share their stories before you start giving whatever you want to share with us. And that story was definitely, we all enjoyed what information you have given us today. It's a small point. You have done it, you had done it in the second half. Bring it to the first. Let people connect with you and then you can go on with it. Next, I'll come to one suggestion. It is very good that we are having table topic evaluator. However, when there are 7 people in a table topic session and the evaluator cannot evaluate within 2 to 3 minutes. So it is my suggestion that if we can have 5 table topic speakers and 5 minutes for the evaluator to evaluate. 1 minute for each speaker should be given for evaluation. Overall, the meeting was conducted by everyone participating. Everyone has done a good job. Over to you, TMOD, Toastmaster Punith.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. Let's give a big round of applause for our general evaluator, Toastmaster Samita, and TAGL team, and the table topic evaluator too. And it was we heard a constructive feedback with the clear and quick action items that lead us to be progressive in the upcoming meetings. Now, I will quickly talk about the theme and I will hand over the baton back to the presiding officers. The 2 important skills that you should have to be good at memorization. This skill you already have, you just need to be aware of it. The first small skill is associations. Whenever you get a new information, you make sure that you are able to connect with the information that you already know. For example, the professor that is talking about nuclear reactions, the lecture would be boring. But if a good professor, he starts with the World War II, the nuclear war, then he will come to the nuclear reaction, because the second one is interesting and it is more memorable because it is connected. The nuclear reaction is connected with the incident that people already know. Then brain has a millions of neurons and you can do lot of new permutation and combinations, and you can use your imagination to bring some connections out of it. And the association is a very important skill. The second one is an visualization. If I say red bright color, probably most people don't recognize it as they remember the words, they remember the pictures. That's the power of the pictures. Brain is good at pictures. The word that we use can associate with the picture. It doesn't associate with any dictionary definitions. For example, if I say the shoes, somebody might remember the lace, somebody remember the black shoes, somebody remember the sole. I remember when I was talking to one of my friend, when I say switch, he remember this button because he was an electronic student. I remember the switch has a normal switch. So the brain is good at the pictures, use the visualization, imagination technique, imagination skill to enhance, exaggerate, and remember use that imagination visualization technique. Then coming to the technique of there are so many techniques. I just talk about one technique that I used in my during my the speech contest. The technique is the memory journey method. In this case, you use the locations that you already familiar with. For example, consider your home door. They just visualize you entering the home, the door, you see the object door, then you see the living room, then you see the sofa, then you see the hall, then you see the kitchen, then you can see the bedroom. So this information is already exist in your the brain is good at remembering the locations. Okay, at least in my thing, our journey method is a powerful technique to remember things. Whenever you want to store the information, first understand the information. That part is over, then you know what you want to remember. Then take one topic and write from there. For example, door, attach one topic to that. Then the next you see the slipper stand, attach on information to that. Then you see the living room, attach on information to that. Then you see the kitchen. The like that way you can remember the information for the longer time, and the retrieval is also the fastest. There are so many other technique. If you get an information, you can see see about research about generation effect. It is a phenomenon in which where information is better remembered when you read it in your when you store it in your own words rather than copying it from the source. Just whatever the information you try to say it, try to remember it in your own words rather than just simply copying the actual sentence. Yeah, that's it from my side, and I wanted to talk more about it. I wanted to ask you the question, and I wanted to know more about it. In the interest of the time, not able to do that, but in the future, if I get a time, I will again bring up an interesting topic. And thank you, Gabbys, for this opportunity. With this, now I will hand over the stage back to presiding officer. Now I will hand over the presiding officer to Toastmaster Jasvitha Kar. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Punith. And I must say the topic of the day, the theme of the day was wonderful. I think very close to everybody's heart. And one thing which I liked, which you just now said, memories play an important role, correlation with something, and you are able to remember it forever and maybe use it in your better interest. So point very well noted. And thank you very much for doing that. And I'm sure it was a great meeting. Everybody, now the polls are being launched side by side. Kindly do the polling, everybody. And I would like to ask the people for whom this meeting was a new one. The ones who are new. Sagar Duggal is there. He's, I think, Toastmaster Sagar Duggal now. Sagar, would you please come up on camera and share your experience with us of the meeting today? Would like to know from you.
Yes, thank you so much for having me again. It was indeed a wonderful meeting, and it was altogether a new experience as a member, and it was I would say very insightful meeting, and I've jotted down all the recommendation and the commentation, commentation at least I have received, and I'm looking forward for the wonderful journey with this club. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining in and for staying up till this. This is a bonus when we have you people here till the end. So that's a kind of reward for everybody, the entire team that is working behind this. All right. So can I have somebody else who would unmute and share? Srihari, would you like to share something? Srihari, if you are there, would you like to share
Yes,
something?
ma'am. It was a great session, starting with, well, this is my first time coming in front of the crowd. So all in all, everything, it was well structured, starting from the impromptu or the speaker's evaluation and the constructive feedback. So I look forward in the subsequent sessions to learn more from you all. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Neha Bansal, I see you are on camera. Would you like to share something?
Yeah, thank you so much. Today was my first table Toastmasters meeting as an official table Toastmaster. Yeah. And first time I gave an impromptu speech for what I have joined Toastmasters Club. And I must say the evaluation was amazing. It is a great insight what we are actually looking for our improvement. So I'm glad to be part of this and looking forward for more and more learning.
That's great. So when you talk about table topics, you know what we generally used to say, you know, the people who join in new, they say table topics bring butterflies in the stomach. See, your achievement is when those butterflies are flying, you also start flying along with them, is the kind of, you know, thing which the skill that needs to be grown. And we are here and we'll see you growing along with us. So thank you so very much for giving that feedback. Yes. Do we have Shashank? Yes, Shashank Bhatt. This is Toastmaster Shashank Bhatt, I guess. Yes, Toastmaster Shashank.
Hi, Toastmaster.
Yes. Would you like to say something for the meeting?
Yeah, it was a great meeting. Again, as I mentioned some time back, it's always a pleasure and privilege to come and attend the meeting of Gabbys. And today was no different. We had brilliant speakers, brilliant evaluations, very good table topic speakers, and table topic evaluation as well. Brilliant role takers as well. So it's always a pleasure, and there's always something new that I can learn when I join this meeting. A lot of takeaways for me today. Hope I'll continue attending meetings and maybe attending more often. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Toastmaster Shashank. And I remember attending a meeting where you were a general evaluator for Gabbys. So your pertinent evaluation and points that you picked up were beautiful. So the way you are praising, I think your presence in the meeting also adds charm to the meeting. Thank you so very much for being there today. Now, do we have anyone else who's new or would like to share something? Or else if the poll results are ready, then we can declare the results. Are they ready? All right. Okay. So the best speaker, I think the speakers are not there in the meeting right now. So the best speaker, any guesses, anyone? So the best speaker goes to Chitrakshi Vij, Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij. And the best table topic speaker. The best table topic speaker goes to, any guesses, anyone? It is, I guess it is Toastmaster Manoj, right? He's guest for us, but I guess, I don't know. I don't know. Manoj is one Toastmaster who visits us very frequently. So the best TT speaker is Manoj. The best evaluator. Okay, we have him over here in the meeting. Thank God somebody is there. So Raja Balaji, did you just come up on camera? Yes. So that we can at least see one winner of today. Yes. Congratulations, Raja Balaji, for being the best evaluator. The best auxiliary role player. Do we have him in the... So the best auxiliary role player is the listener, Toastmaster Jitender Rulaniya. And the best role player. Any guesses? This is one graceful lady, the principal that we have in Gabbys. Yes, the GE Toastmaster Samita Kar. Congratulations, Samita.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So this was it for today. And I would request everybody to please join us on Thursday also when we have the speech marathon. That would be fun multiplied and learning and enjoyment multiplied. So see you all there on Thursday as well. And with this, I declare today's meeting closed. Thanks for being there, everybody. Good night, everyone.